Basic Anatomy and Physiology for Medical Virtual Assistants. Introduction to Human Anatomy. Human anatomy is the study of the structure and organization of the human body. It provides a foundation for understanding how different body systems work together to maintain life. Key areas of human anatomy. Gross anatomy focuses on structures visible to the naked eye, such as organs and tissues. Microscopic anatomy examines cells and tissues at a microscopic level. Developmental anatomy studies how the body develops over time, from embryo to adulthood. Key components of the human body. The human body is a remarkable structure made up of various systems and components working together. Here are some of the key parts. Cells, the building blocks of life, carrying out essential functions. Smallest living organism. Tissues, groups of similar cells that form organs and structures. Organs, specialized structures like the heart, lungs, and brain that perform vital tasks. Body systems, coordinated groups of organs responsible for various bodily functions. Organism, living being that has a cellular structure that can perform all physiologic functions necessary for life. Major body systems. The human body is organized into several major systems, each responsible for specific functions. Here are the main ones. Skeletal system provides support and protection through bones. Muscular system enables movement through muscles. Nervous system controls body functions via the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. Cardiovascular system circulates blood, oxygen, and nutrients. Respiratory system facilitates breathing and gas exchange. Digestive system processes food and absorbs nutrients. Endocrine system regulates hormones and metabolism. Reproductive system ensures reproduction and genetic continuation. Excretory system filters and removes waste products and excess fluids from the body. Lymphatic system helps filter toxins and supports immune function. Immune system protects the body from infectious diseases. Integumentary system acts as protective barrier against environmental factors. Requirements of human life. Human life depends on several essential requirements to survive and thrive. First, we need nutrients, includes carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals to support growth and health. Second, oxygen, vital for cellular respiration, allowing energy production in the body. And third, temperature range. The human body can survive within a specific temperature range, but extreme conditions can be dangerous. Generally, people can tolerate temperatures between 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees C and 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius for extended periods, provided they have proper hydration and protection. However, survival depends on factors like humidity, clothing, and access to cooling or heating. Anatomy comes from combining two Greek words, ana meaning apart, tome meaning to cut. Human body planes are imaginary lines used to divide the body into sections, helping medical professionals and anatomists describe locations and movements. Here are the three main planes. 1. Sagittal plane or median plane divides the body into left and right halves. Movements along this plane include forward and backward motions, such as walking or nodding. A mid-sagittal plane divides the body into equal left and right halves, while a parasagittal plane divides it unequally. 2. Frontal plane or coronal plane splits the body into front, anterior, and back, posterior, sections. Movements in this plane include side-to-side motions, such as jumping jacks. 3. Transverse plane or horizontal plane separates the body into top, superior, and bottom, inferior, parts. Movements in this plane involve rotational motions, like twisting the torso or turning the head. Views of the body. The human body can be viewed and studied in different ways, depending on the perspective and purpose. Here are some common anatomical views. Anterior view, the front of the body, showing structures like the face, chest, and abdomen. Lateral view, a side view of the body, useful for examining symmetry and alignment. The supine position refers to lying flat on the back with the face and upper body facing upward. Dorsal view. The dorsal view refers to looking at the body or an object from the back side. In human anatomy, the dorsal side includes the back, spine, and posterior parts of the head. The distal view refers to looking at a structure from a point farther away from its origin. In anatomy, distal means farther from the body's center or point of attachment. The ventral view refers to looking at the body or an object from the front side. In human anatomy, the ventral side includes the chest, abdomen, and face. The cephalic view refers to looking at the body or an object from the head or top-down perspective. In anatomy, cephalic relates to the head region, and this view is often used in medical imaging and anatomical studies. Breaking down the body further through regions: back, lumbar, thoracic, sacral, neck, cervical, arms, upper extremity, carpal, brachial, acromial, legs, lower extremity, fibular, plantar, femoral. Human body organs: brain, circuit board of body, heart, delivery of blood to tissues, thyroid, energy, metabolism gatekeeper, lungs, oxygen exchange, stomach, intestines, digestion, absorption, kidney, bladder, waste management. Medical terminology is a specialized language used in healthcare to describe the human body, conditions, procedures, and treatments. It consists of prefixes, root words, and suffixes that help form precise medical terms. Here are some examples of root words: cardi heart, gastro stomach, hepat liver, rin nose, cephalon head, arthur joint, my muscle, carcin cancer. Dissect words. Dissecting words, especially in medical terminology, helps break down complex terms into understandable parts. Most medical words consist of prefixes, root words, and suffixes, which provide clues about their meaning. Tachycardia comes from tachy, which means fast, plus cardia, which means heart. Bradycardia comes from brady, which means slow, plus cardia, which means heart. Anesthesia comes from an, which means without, plus aesthesia, which means feeling of sensation. Prima gravida comes from primi, which means first, plus gravida, which means pregnancy. Eupnea comes from eu, which means normal, plus ne, which means breathing. Hypocalcemia comes from hypo, which means insufficient, plus calcemia, which means calcium in the blood. Null gravida comes from null, which means none, plus gravida, which means pregnancy. Arthritis comes from arthur, which means joint, plus itis, which means inflammation. Different body systems are associated with specific medical conditions. Here's a breakdown. 1. Circulatory system. Hypertension, high blood pressure affecting arteries. Heart disease includes conditions like coronary artery disease and heart failure. Stroke occurs when blood flow to the brain is disrupted. 2. Respiratory system. Asthma causes airway inflammation and breathing difficulties. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, a progressive lung disease. Pneumonia, infection that inflames air sacs in the lungs. 3. Digestive system. Gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, acid reflux causing heartburn. Irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, affects digestion and bowel movements. Liver disease includes conditions like cirrhosis and hepatitis. 4. Nervous system. Alzheimer's disease, a neurodegenerative disorder affecting memory. Parkinson's disease affects movement due to dopamine deficiency. Epilepsy causes recurrent seizures. 5. Musculoskeletal system. Arthritis, inflammation of joints causing pain and stiffness. Osteoporosis, weakening of bones, increasing fracture risk. Muscular dystrophy, genetic disorders affecting muscle strength. 6. Endocrine system. Diabetes affects insulin production and blood sugar levels. Thyroid disorders includes hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. Cushing's syndrome, excess cortisol production. 7. Immune system. Autoimmune diseases includes lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. Allergies, overreaction of the immune system to harmless substances. HIV, AIDS, weakens the immune system, making infections more dangerous. 8. Reproductive system. Endometriosis, tissue similar to the uterine lining grows outside the uterus, causing pain and fertility issues. Polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, hormonal imbalance leading to irregular. 9. Excretory system. Kidney stones, hard deposits of minerals that cause severe pain when passing through the urinary tract. Urinary tract infections, UTIs, bacterial infections affecting the bladder and urethra. Chronic kidney disease, CKD, progressive loss of kidney function. Interstitial system. 11. Integumentary system. Psoriasis, an autoimmune skin condition causing red, scaly patches. Eczema, chronic skin inflammation leading to itching and irritation. Skin cancer includes melanoma, basal cell carcinoma, and squamous cell carcinoma. Acne, blocked pores leading to inflammation and breakouts. Understanding basic physiological processes. Basic physiological processes are essential for maintaining life and ensuring the body functions properly. Here are some key processes. Metabolism. Metabolism refers to the set of life-sustaining chemical reactions in organisms. It involves catabolic reactions, breaking down molecules to release energy. Anabolic reactions, building up molecules, requiring energy input. ATP production, adenosine triphosphate, ATP, is the primary energy carrier in cells, produced through processes like oxidative phosphorylation. Homeostasis. Homeostasis is the body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment despite external changes. It involves temperature regulation, maintaining body temperature within a narrow range. Blood glucose levels, regulating blood sugar through insulin and glucagon. Electrolyte balance, ensuring proper ion concentrations for cellular functions. Cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is the process by which cells convert nutrients into energy. Glycolysis, breakdown of glucose into pyruvate in the cytoplasm. Citric acid cycle, occurs in mitochondria, producing electron carriers. Electron transport chain, uses electrons to produce ATP, the energy currency of the cell. Protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is the creation of proteins based on genetic information. Transcription, DNA is transcribed to messenger RNA, mRNA, in the nucleus. Translation, mRNA is translated into amino acid sequences at ribosomes, forming proteins. Neurotransmission. Neurotransmission is the communication between nerve cells, action potentials, electrical signals travel along neurons. Synaptic transmission. Neurotransmitters cross synapses to transmit signals to adjacent neurons. Muscle contraction. Muscle contraction enables movement. Neuromuscular junction, nerve impulses trigger muscle fiber contraction. Sliding filament theory, actin and myosin filaments slide past each other, shortening the muscle. Immune response. The immune system defends against pathogens. Innate immunity, nonspecific defense mechanisms like skin barriers. Adaptive immunity, specific responses involving lymphocytes and antibodies. Endocrine signaling. The endocrine system regulates body functions through hormones, hormone secretion. Glands release hormones into the bloodstream. Target cells. Hormones bind to specific receptors on target cells, initiating responses. And that's it for our video about basic anatomy and physiology for medical virtual assistants. Thank you for watching. If you like contents like this, don't forget to like, share and subscribe us at the VA Bootcamp Training Services for more updates.